Reaching a big milestone in another big year. Time just keeps on marching on, that is crystal clear. 23 full years of questing, no banks or deaths, I've got my tricks. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2006. Welcome back to May 31st, 2006. And my day one partially furnished house here. Lots of nice stuff. Definitely things missing. Need to continue working on that at some point. But for right now, we got other stuff to deal with. One thing we've changed is we've moved the house settings tab down here into the same section as the worn equipment, just so it's not in the way over here in the corner. And we see all the buttons that we have here. Build mode, which is in the menu. Call butler, which I don't think is yet. Expel guests, and leave house, which I think is. We got the bell pull for the call butler. Usually just hanging out here anyways. No. Not the most important. Yeah. Functions the same as just coming over and ringing the bell. So, it works. Anyways. There's definitely things we still need to put in here. In all the various rooms, and upstairs we could put some stuff. But not going to worry about that just yet. We've got other things to do. On June 2nd, 2006. Not really an update, more like a real reaction to the update here. Lots of people coming on wanting to train construction. So 11 new worlds have been opened. Lots of people doing construction. Some of these worlds are the first worlds in Vancouver. So that's convenient for people near there. Always good to have more worlds in more places, better connections, all that. Very good. On June 5th, 2006, behind the scenes post. New guild, pest control rewards, cave goblin quest, one of the minigames of all time, and a free-to-play update. Waiting one day for the first bit of this. On June 6th, 2006, it is pest control rewards. To get to pest control, we can take the glory over to Draenor and just run from there. It's not Port Sarim, but it's close enough. There is still just the one boat here for pest control. Brings you over to the island, fight the stuff. But now there's helpful information while you're in the boat and over during the game. Stuff like how many zeal points you have, the status of the knight in the portal, how much damage you've done to make sure you qualify for getting the points. Helpful information. And you can use all your new points for new rewards. Experience now has an option of turning in 10 or 100 points at a time. Do 100, you get a bonus 10% XP. So definitely worthwhile. Still can't do that. Not available on Ironman mode. Unfortunate. But new things are consumables. A herb pack, mineral pack, and seed pack, which contain a whole bunch of various seeds, or ores, or herbs, as you might expect. Various amounts, various quantities, various different things. Very interesting. Also, can't buy those. So, realistically, the only thing we can actually get from pest control, if we were so inclined, would be the new equipment. The Void Knight Mace. It is a not very good magic weapon. Used to be able to auto-cast Claws of Guthix, which is pretty cool. That doesn't even exist, so meh. And also, the armor. A whole set here. We got gloves, rub top, rub bottom, and then one of 3 helmets. Get them all together, and you get set bonuses for just more damage, more accuracy, that kind of stuff. An interesting thought, because currently with the rune, we're not really doing much. And it's pretty good as far as stats are concerned. But for the time being, it would be awkward. Wouldn't be able to switch between the combat styles with only a helmet change. So that does have its advantages. Maybe something to consider in the future. Not for right now. Not gonna worry about it. And in completely unrelated update, there is a new gold and silver mine here in the Tsar area. Interesting. There's also a bank and a furnace in the city here, so a reasonable spot. Things have moved around though, so questionable. That's alright. And over in Falador, we're having the Falador Massacre today. Well, that was a whole thing. On June 13th, up in Berthorpe, which is still a bit of a pain to get to. We've got our teleports all over the place, but not here. Best we got is teleport into Falador, or through the Falador portal, running up here. If we had a games necklace, that would do fine. Get us up to the games room. Unfortunately, don't have one, / not worth really making it. Inventory space, all that. Another situation where we're going to be disappointed in the RuneScape 3 house. Old school. It's got better things. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're here in Berthorpe. We go to the Warriors Guild. New and very fancy. Talk to Goblin outside here. Hummel welcome you to Warrior Guild. Thank you, I think. We're welcome. And we are, in fact, welcome, because we can come in here. Requiring 130 total attack and strength. So you can get in with 65 in both, or any other combination you want. Reasonably high level requirements to get into a guild. That's alright. First guy here is Harlak Munaris. Greetings, young warrior. Welcome to the meeting hall of the Warriors Guild. I am Harlak Munaris, the guild master at your service. Quite the place you got here. A very large place. Tell me more about it. Yes, indeed. What would you like to know? We got all sorts of stuff here. Strength training area, attack training area, defense training area, combat training area, and tokens. We can look at them instead of getting the full information. Various rooms, all in an effort to get Warrior Guild tokens to spend at the top floor. Later on, in 2017, it's changed a bit. Instead of getting actual tokens in the inventory, it goes into a interface here. It also separates the tokens out into each individual one. Various reasons for that. Multiple rooms, multiple things. We've got the magical armor room, where you can pop in a full helm, plate body, and plate legs of bronze to rune, and fight a reanimated bit of armor. Then you get the tokens and the armor back. Unless it's low level and the armor breaks. Then you put it back in, fight it again. It's always a good time. Or in this room, we got combat dummies. You need to switch around your styles in order to hit correctly. Not exactly how that works with the evolution of combat changes. Not something you typically do. You got a bank, super convenient, and some stores. Lily has got a potion store here, selling attack, strength, and defense potions. Looks like they have gotten quite the markup in the years. 1,200 for a strength potion? My goodness. That's just regular. Not even super potions. Kind of a scam. Similar idea over at the food store, where they sell trout, bass, pizzas, potatoes with cheese, and stews. At 9 coins in old school, and be able to hop worlds, these potatoes with cheeses are pretty nice. Heal quite a bit, very cheap. Not really the case anymore. And especially with only 10, not really too useful. We're going to be continuing to be the theme here in the Warriors Guild of not really too useful. Next game, you stand on a platform with a shield, constantly change to deflect against the things that they're firing a catapult at you. Wild. We got the shot put throw-in area, where you swing around trying to throw it as far as you can. Barrels, where you try to bounce them on your head. And a shop. Which is definitely quite the shop. Lots of stuff in here. Trade. We can see that the shop has been split into multiple shops because of how many things have been added here. We got stabbing weapons, slashing weapons, crushing weapons, and armor. When originally it was all one shop. Especially with the addition of offhand weapons to the shop. Definitely takes up more space. Yeah, originally we got just some battle axes, swords, long swords, daggers, maces, two-handers, and a handful of chain bodies and medium helmets. Lots of stuff in here. Nothing like crazy or anything. Not even anything super expensive. But eventually, be a good shop to make use of. Not so much right now. Continuing up to the top floor here, we can see what we're going to be using all those tokens for. Fighting Cyclopses. Cyclops? Cyclopses. Either way. And you only get to stay in there for a minute per 100 tokens you get. So, collect your tokens, just stay in there for a while, and hope you get the drops before you need to leave. You're specifically looking for the new Defenders. An offhand little dagger kind of thing, which is pretty good. It has strength bonus, attack bonuses, some defense. Compared to just a shield, very, very good for offensive stats. Unfortunately, also with the evolution of combat, it didn't quite keep its luster. Between dual wielding regular weapons and two-handers actually being usable, the Defenders very much went to the wayside. They now count as like half of a offhand weapon, half of a shield for all the things it can do. It's very much something. But definitely not what we would want. We could get like the Dragon Mace and a Rune Defender at this point. But that would be worse stats. It does have the benefit of more attacks, so you don't get so much overkill damage. But currently, a Defender is not something we really want. Which is unfortunate. Because it does kind of make the entire Warriors Guild here a little bit pointless. There is some value in Defenders, much, much later, but that's got a lot of other requirements too. So we're really not going to worry about it. Instead, we'll continue on to something that we actually can worry about. On June 21st, 2006, Tears of Gothics now work on construction. Hasn't been too long. The grace period on needing to actually train construction, only a little bit there. Not a huge concern. if you don't have piles and piles of money, you're not competing in construction anyways. So, well, it's a few thousand XP from tiers at this stage. And also, the race is already done, so that's alright. Also, the next quest. Scrolling down. Death to the Dorgushan. Next, Cave Goblin quest. Very cool. Requires the Lost Tribe, 23 Agility, and 23 Thieving. A little bit of combat. We are very much prepared in the levels department here. No concerns. Required items. We're going to need 2 complete sets of ham robes, a pickaxe, and a light source. I'll just go and get a candle. It's easy enough. Pickaxe. Easy enough. Just got a bronze one from Bomb. Candle in Catherby. And the 2 sets of ham robes. We actually should wait on that. I don't think we're going to need any food. So, the combat is easy enough here. Let's go get the handful of things we need here and get to the quest start in the Dorgushan Mines. It is very convenient that we got the guide through the mines part here. All the way into the actual mines here. We're going to talk to Mistag. It's good to see you again. The Dorgushan Council would like to ask a favor of you, if you are interested. What is this favor? Surface dwellers have been visiting the mines for some time now, but no Dorgushan has yet visited the surface. We are curious about the surface. We are also worried about the dangers it poses. We know that Lumbridge is friendly, but we are worried that the Ham group may be plotting against us. We are planning to send an agent to the surface, and we'd like you to act as a guide. Accept the quest. I'll act as a guide. We can do that. Thank you. In order to get into the Ham base undetected, you'll both need to go in disguise. You should get 2 full sets of ham robes. Once you have them, our agent will meet you in the cellar of Lumbridge Castle. Alright. And show me the way out of the mines. Certainly, come back soon. Back through the tunnels. Very convenient. Right over here. Guys, we need 2 sets of ham robes, and then we can talk to Zanuck here. Collect story, Zanuck's journal. Here's Zanuck. But we need the ham robes first. Let's go get that done. We need to get the ham robes from the ham hideout, which is over to the west of Lumbridge, in the forest, in the ruins. Yep, to the west, in the forest, in some ruins, where we pick lock the lock in the ruins to go to the ham hideout. Right over here. We've got 88 thieving, so we should do a pretty good job here, I would think. Also could fight the guards, get their robes there. That works too. Pickpocket the ham members. Just over and over. Piles and piles of stuff. All sorts of stuff we want to drop instead. Got the pickpocketing updates. Definitely not good XP, by any means. If we could get them trapped, it would be better too. Yeah. All kinds of pieces here. We got hoods, cloaks, just every piece. And getting the ham robes also helps with thieving. Also, the reason that we waited to be during the quest before doing this, there's a increased chance of getting the pieces while on the quest. That was pretty convenient. Shouldn't take too long with our pretty good thieving. And it looks like the damage they do is not very high either. So that's also nice. Well, that's definitely something. We got the thieving pet. That doesn't exist yet. At 4.7 million XP. Not too shabby. Logo. Extra logo. Inventory space. Inventory space is definitely a problem here. Anyways. Another skilling pet. Wild stuff. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Besides the inventory space, that's a situation. Anyways, here's Zanik. You must be the famous hardcore ultimate Ironman Artic. Yep, that's me. That is me. Pleased to meet you. I'm Zanik of the Dorgashin. I can't wait to see the surface. But first, you need to get us both sets of ham robes. Yes, I have 2 sets here. But before we get to that, get to know more about Zanik. Aren't you scared of the surface? Well, a bit. All our legends say it's a terrible place. But that's a bad reason not to visit it. Maybe the legends are wrong, or even if they're right, we should know for sure. And I've always wondered, what's beyond the next cave? What's at the end of every tunnel? The surface is a whole new world to explore, and I can't wait. Very cool. And what is that mark you got on your forehead there? To be honest, I don't know. It happened when... If you don't mind, I'd rather not talk about it now. Maybe once you've shown me some of the surface. Alright. Okay. Very good. See you soon. We're ready. Zanik. Got our disguises. Got 2 sets of robes. Alright, let's go. Can't wait to see all around Lumbridge. And now, Zanik will follow us around. So we can go all around Lumbridge and see what there's to see. What are you waiting for? Let's go! I'm not going to put on the disguise yet, since we're not going to the ham. Follow me. Let's go. All sorts of stuff. First location. Just leaving the cellar. On to the cook here. What or who is that? Is it a cave goblin? I'm Zanik of the Dorgashin. Pleased to meet you. Zanik's the first cave goblin to visit the surface. I'm giving her a tour of Lumbridge. Well, pleased to meet you, Zanik. In fact, it's a good thing I met you. It's the Duke's birthday today. I should be making him a lovely big birthday cake. I need eggs, flour, and milk. I don't know what those things are. Are they exotic surface foods? Well, they're not exactly exotic. They're just the basic ingredients of a cake. If they're the basic ingredients, why don't you already have them? Well, I don't think Zanik has time to help you. It was worth a try. Oh, Lumbridge cook. He's always having problems. Trying to get Zanik to do cook's assistant. Hilarious stuff. Climb up the staircase, talk to some more people around here. How's the tutors here exist yet? I'll talk to the Duke at least. He is a noteworthy person. We get Zanik to follow us correctly here. Weaving around corners and such. It's always a situation. Duke Horatio. Greetings. Welcome to my castle. It's good to see a visitor from the Dorgashin. I am Duke Horatio. I am Zanik of the Dorgashin. Headmaster Ertag sends his greetings. Tell Ertag that I wish to speak with him again. I think that our cities could profit from trading with one another, but there can be little trade if he does not allow visitors to enter the city. I know, but the ruling council is so slow to make decisions. It's made up of old fogies who are set in their ways. Now then, child, there is room for caution and experience in politics. Maybe when I return, I can convince them to open the gates of the city. Very cool. I'd like to get into the city too. Sounds interesting. I wish I could show it to you, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Someday I will, but I don't think the council will agree to open the doors anytime soon. Wild. Keep on looking around Lumbridge. Talking to various people. Like, Man. Hello, Man. Eek, what is that? I'm Zanik of the Dorgashin. A cave goblin? Well, there goes the neighborhood. What do you mean? It's all very well the Duke signing a peace treaty with those creatures. Maybe that'll stop them attacking us. But for them to come wandering around the surface and mixing with decent people, I don't know. What's the world coming to? We were never going to attack you. You nearly attacked us. Oh, they may say they're civilized, but they're still goblins. You can't trust them. The only reason they're not a threat is that they're so stupid. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. Rude. Rude. As kind of expected, we can get some mixed results from the people of Umbridge. They do have an entire goblin situation right across the river. So, we can't be too surprised at some hostilities here. It's time. Let's walk outside. Zanik, anything to say about outside? It's a pity some people up here don't like me. Suppose I should have expected that. At least you're friendly, Ironman Artic. Seen enough of Lumbridge yet? Well, our legends all talk about the gods living on the surface. Since I've been up here, I haven't seen any. Is there anyone around here who might know them? The skipped dialogue for Zanik's first time seeing the sun was Zanik. So this is the surface. What's that? The giant light. And then we say, that's the sun. And she says, it's so bright, I can't look at it. It's amazing to think that there's nothing above me. Just the sun and the air and empty space forever. For generations my people have lived with rocks over our heads, but now I can see the sky. Hello, what are you doing here? I'm giving Zanik here a tour of Lumbridge. I'm Zanik of the Dorgeshan. Pleased to meet you. And pleased to meet you, Zanik. I know not everyone in Lumbridge was pleased with the peace treaty, but I'm delighted to have new underground neighbors. Very good. And then we can say we've come to kill everyone in the castle. That's not true. Hans. It's underneath. Good enough. It's talking about gods. So we should go and talk to the priest here at the chapel. We get Lumbridge actually. Zanik, come on in. Father Eric, how you doing? Welcome to the Church of Holy Saradomin. What's a church? And what is Holy Saradomin? Surely you've heard of the god Saradomin. He who creates the forces of goodness and purity in this world. I cannot believe your ignorance. Oh, a god. Not just a god. Saradomin is the god with more followers than any other. At least in this part of the world. Which god do you cave goblins worship? We don't worship any god. Thousands of years ago, the gods made our ancestors fight in horrible wars. It was only after we escaped from them they were able to build a civilization. What god did the Dorgeshan used to follow? Our history does not remember his name. We know only that he was a violent god of war. Sounds like Zamorak to me. Or one of the minor gods who followed him. Saradomin would never be so barbaric. What happened in the wars? We do have stories about a war between the gods. I'd always interpreted them as symbolic of the spiritual war between light and darkness in our hearts. Dorgeshan history remembers them as real. But we don't know much detail. Our ancestors were just foot soldiers. They didn't know what they were fighting for. I'm sure they were engaged in a noble struggle, although perhaps on the wrong side. Saradomin was fighting to bring goodness and order to the universe, but Zamorak was leading the forces of darkness in a bid to bring eternal night to the world. Our history doesn't make a distinction. There was your own god who would kill you if you refused to fight, and someone else's god who would only kill you if you lost. Boy, how did the god wars end? Yes, how did they end? My ancestors missed that bit. Saradomin was on the brink of victory, but could not defeat Zamorak without destroying the world. So Saradomin, in his mercy, allowed Zamorak to flee to another world, and all the gods agreed never again to intervene directly in the world. Again, I'd always interpret it as symbolic. That is how the legend goes. So that's why there are no gods here on the surface? Well, that's right. The gods live in our hearts and listen to our prayers, but they no longer walk among us. I will tell the Dorgeshan about this. The gods are gone and the surface is safe for us. Very good. Not all gods are bad. Depends how things are going, I suppose. Quite right. The Dorgeshan have just had bad experiences of them. Maybe that's true. I should try to approach things with an open mind. Exactly. You dorks have lived in darkness for too long. But now you can come into the light of Holy Ceredomin. We don't like bright lights. They hurt our eyes. Fair enough. Hey. Information about the God Wars and all that. May Ceredomin bless you in all your pursuits. I can manage without Ceredomin, but thanks anyways. Very good. So yeah, they've definitely got a history with the gods. The whole reason they're underground for thousands and thousands of years. It's a problem. Hey, Bomb. Get out of my shop. Get out. What? We don't serve the likes of that thing in here. I don't need anything you've got to sell anyway. Let's go, Zanuck. And don't come back, you filthy goblin. Rude. Rude. Mixed results. We're getting mixed results. It's a situation. For sure. Lumbridge Sage, how you doing? Greetings, adventurer. I'm Phileas, the Lumbridge Sage. I'm Zanuck the Dorgashan. Pleased to meet you. A Dorgashan? How curious. I don't think I've seen a creature quite like you before. Zanuck is the first cave goblin to visit the surface. I'm taking her on a tour of Lumbridge. Well, Zanuck, hope you like what you find up here. It's amazing. The sky is so huge. But I'm not sure I'd like to live under it for too long. It's kind of scary. You get used to it. Yeah. When your normal life is always having a roof, the complete lack of roof is definitely something. Completely different situation, that's for sure. Let's go to the general store. Hello, shopkeep. Can I help you at all? It's a surface shop full of exotic surface goods. What are you selling? Yes, exotic surface goods. Here, have a look at our wares. Wow, the bucket and the hammer. What are they made of? Wood? It, grows on trees? Amazing. So, do you want to buy anything? A wood bucket and a wood hammer. And a newcomer map. I brought some surface money. There you go. Thank you. How about you? No thanks. I'm doing fine. Lots of different stuff. Duke Ratio seemed nice, but politics is just as boring up here as it is at home. Fair. See enough of Lumbridge yet? Are there any goblins living on the surface? I'd like to see them, to see how they're different from the Dorgashan. It's a reasonable plan. Goblins. Surface goblins. We got those in spades across the river here. We even got guards guarding against the goblins. They don't exist yet. Are those goblins? Yep. Are those goblins? They look a bit different, don't they? Yes. Hello, goblin? Who are you? I'm Zanuck of the Dorgashan. Dorgashan? Yes, the Dorgashan tribe. We live underground. We've been cut off from other goblins for generations, but now we're back. What? We're your distant cousins? We want to learn about your culture? Culture? Your art, your philosophy, your way of life. Now that the God Wars are over, you must have been able to build a peaceful civilization. Peace is for weak. We goblins, we strong. Why is peace for the weak? Big High War God say so. He make us strong. Big High War... Oh, I see. Let's go, Ironman, Artic. The Big High War God. Not what they want to hear about. Any more information on the mark yet? Alright, I don't really understand it myself. Ooh, info and cutscenes and the past. It was about the same time the passage to the surface opened up. I was visiting Juna, the story snake. She likes to hear of my adventures, and she sometimes lets me drink the tears of Gothics. And when they opened up the giant frog's stomach, they found all the missing silver and Miss Stag's brooch. Your stories have entertained me. I will let you into the cave for a short time. Collected the tears like I had before. Tears of Gothics. Can't go there for us. Not yet, anyways. I hope I get ranging XP. Instead, magic. Ah, what's happening? It's not normal for the tears to have that effect. I know. What happened? It is a sign. The power of the tears has marked you for a special purpose. I cannot tell you more now. The mark will soon fade, but someday it will glow again. And on that day, you should return to me so I can tell you more about your destiny. Wow. Destiny, eh? Ever since then, I've wondered what the sign meant. Perhaps you will help me to find out. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I've seen enough of Lumbridge now. Let's get to the ham lair and see if they're up to anything. Zanuck gets out the ham ropes, and so do we. Very cool. To the ham hideout. In the forest. To the west. In the ruins. Down the trapdoor. Yeah. Here we go. Pick and lock to the entrance. Easy enough. Climb down. And Zanuck follows us in. Very good. Let's talk to some ham guys here. Hello, brother. You fit in much better now that you're correctly attired. Before you stuck out like a sore thumb. Keep your eyes peeled, though. Heard there are thieves amongst us. I don't think I've seen you before. What's your name? I'm Zanuck of... I'm Zanuck. Zanuck? What kind of name is that? Zanuck isn't from around here. It's good that we're getting members from further afield. Is the monster problem very bad? Where you're from, Zanuck? Oh, yes. My whole city is overrun by goblins. Goblins? That's terrible. You know, there are goblins living right underneath Lumbridge, and the Duke is treating them as if they were people like you and me. He even signed a peace treaty with them. So what's your group planning to do about it? Johannes doesn't tell his plans to ordinary members like us, but I've heard he and Sigmund are planning something big. I don't think we'll have to worry about the cave goblin threat for much longer. No, I'm sure the threat will be dealt with soon. Very good. Opposite of very good. Good to have information. Johannes and Sigmund, they said. Sigmund used to be the advisor. Kicked him out. Listen to what that speaker is saying. Ironman, Artic. The deacon here. They're all lapping it up. No one challenges him or even asks questions. They're sitting there while he fills their minds with hate. Yep. It's up here. Monster's bad. Should do something about it. My own. Johannes is... Or this one. Johannes, how's it going? Get some information. Or not. Like the guard said, he doesn't tell the plans to the lowly guys like us. We got our dragon halberds ready to face, so maybe he'll be more forthcoming. Welcome, brother, to our organization. Ours is a fight for humanity in all its shapes and forms, and to rid mankind of the monsters that exist in our world. We have no quarrel with a fellow brother. Okay. Yeah. Are you planning to do anything about the cave goblins? You should know, brother, we don't let ordinary members in on all our plans. But rest assured, those foul creatures will be dealt with very soon. Can't you please tell me? No, that kind of information is for only senior members of the group. Ordinary members like you must learn to trust your leaders. Is it really necessary? How can you even ask that? Right beneath Lumbridge is a whole cave system full of those creatures. They've got a passage leading right up into the castle kitchen. And I've heard that there's a whole city of those things down there. Not that anyone's ever seen it. What have they got in there? What are they planning? We've got to get them before they get us. Good. Not good. Zanuck. Let's have a look around the main area. Maybe there's something we missed. Okay. Looking. Around. Looking. Where could we possibly look in the main area? Gosh, I have no idea. Back. So look in the main area. Right here. Look, there. Wow, I found it. Where? Over there. There's a trap door hidden by dirt. You cave goblins must have better eyesight than humans. I would never notice that without you. There is a hidden trapdoor. Very hidden. Very cool. More picklocking. Right inside. Very good. Okay. And in here, we've got... Hey! Ordinary members aren't allowed here. You go back upstairs and I'll say nothing about it. If any of the other guards see you, you're in big trouble. Get him to face away from me. Alright. Being sneaky here. Hey, where do you think you're going? Crossbow. Snipe. We can get through this if we work together. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. But I can't get too close to the guards or they'll see I'm not human. You've got to get them to turn their backs on me so I can shoot them without them seeing me draw my crossbow. Okay. There's a guard here, a guard here, a guard up there, and a guard over there. So what we need to do is maneuver. You can get to the other side of that guard. You can make him turn around so I can shoot him. Make sure another guard doesn't catch you, though. Okay? Isn't shooting people in the back wrong? Why more so than shooting them in the front? Fair. How did you kill that guard in one hit, anyways? How can I learn to do that? It's a special technique with the bone crossbow. If we both get out of here this alive, I'll teach you. Artic. Alright. So we need to get behind the guard here. Wait here. Okay. We can squeeze through the cracks. And squeeze through the other cracks. Dodging the other guard there. And let me chat to him. Hey, what are you? Shh, crossbow. Oh. Thanks. Artic. The coast clear to get past? No, there's a guard patrolling the corridor. I'll take care of him. Just let me know when his back is to us. And now. He's on patrol. And he's dead. We got him. Alright. Who's next? Got this guy here. Just chilling. There's two more guards, but I don't know how to get behind them. The guard in the east corridor. If I wait at the end of the corridor, then you could lead him past me. Alright. Wait right here. Okay. The end of the corridor. I just run this way. You aren't allowed in here. And he goes past, and then it gets him. And he's down. Another one down. Last guard. Standing right at the door here. Let me just position one side and the other side. Just one guard left. I don't think that guard's going to move away from the door. I think we need to approach him from different directions. Okay. Zach can wait on this side. Okay. And we will grab his attention from the other side. Very effective playing here. Hey, you there. Should be paying attention behind you. Crossbow. Dead. And that's the last of them. Now to listen to what's happening in the meeting room. Okay. Listen at the door. You listen at the door. I can't hear anything. Shh, I can hear them. Zanuck listens. They're saying something about... They're planning something. Something about a machine. Oh no. What are they saying? We've got to do something, Ironman Artic. They're going to... Got you, you spy. Whack. Been knocked out. Unfortunate. Ow, my head. Zanuck? Where's Zanuck? Jimmy, have you seen Zanuck? Hello, mate. Did you see what happened to my friend? There was a lot of commotion when they dragged you in here. There was someone else. She was struggling like anything. They said they'd take her outside. Don't know what happened to her then. Oh no, I've got to find her. And for that, we're going to immediately pick the lock to their jail here. Lots of thievery in the ham hideout. Steal from all of them. Get out of jail. It's a system. They said they took Zanuck outside, so let us head outside. They're just letting us leave. Not like they can stop us. They also put our gear back on. Since we don't need to be in here right now. I guess we need this back on later. Zanuck? Zanuck, where are you? Oh. Zanuck. Zanuck, are you okay? Zanuck? Zanuck is not breathing. But you notice that the mark on her forehead is glowing brightly. Juna told Zanuck that when the mark glowed again, she should go see her. Perhaps I should take Zanuck's body to Juna. I can't leave her here anyway. You pick up Zanuck's body. This has gone well so far. Clearly. Go to investigate. Zanuck gets some information about a machine, and then is killed. Well. We're gonna go see Juna, the story snake. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Juna too often, because the Tears of Gothics would go into skills that don't exist yet. And also, there's been changes to Tears of Gothics. Anyways, we can get down there easily enough. Just going through Lumbridge, the caves here. We got our light ready to go. As long as we don't veer off the path too much, we won't explode in the caves here. It's definitely a system in here. Definitely a system. Lumbridge Swamp Caves. What a place. Just need to get through here, jump across the stepping stone with a mighty leap. Oh boy. And down into the tunnel. Easy enough. And over to Juna. Big ol' snake. How's it going? Yeah, Juna. Problem. I got a problem. Tell me a story. Zanuck is dead. That's a terrible story. That cannot be. She has not yet returned to learn her destiny. The mark that the tears gave her had not begun to glow again. It's glowing now. Look. Corpse. He lays Hank's corpse in front of Juna. This is indeed strange. I must commune with mighty Gothics and the forces of destiny. Juna meditates for a few moments. Zanuck's death was premature. The gods will allow it to be reversed. You can just bring her back to life? The Tears of Gothics have powers beyond the understanding of mortals. They can restore her to life with the gods' permission. You must collect some of the tears using Zanuck's tear ball. I will not count this against you the next time you can collect the tears for yourself. Are you ready? Yes. 20 tears should be sufficient. Collect 20 blue tears, but remember that the green tears will decrease the amount of blue. When I collect the tears of Gothics, you have both hands free to hold the bowl. That's fine. Juna! Destiny. Collect. Ready? Yes. 20 blue tears. Here we go. Very doable. Weeping walls, blues, and greens. Just avoid the greens. It gets the job done. Drip, 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 drip. And they stay around for a certain amount of time. 20 tears. Very quick. We leave the Tears of Gothics cave here. I have the tears. Then I will call upon their power. Magic. Get off me, you monsters! What are you doing? No, don't kill me! Ironman, help me! Oh, Artic. They killed me, didn't they? Ironman, Artic. Yes, they did. Then what am I doing here? Juna brought you back from the dead. Listen to me, Zanuck. You are marked for a special purpose. You've been granted new life, so you can carry it out. Your destiny is to lead all goblins into a new age. What does that mean? Someday you will know. But today you must hurry to foil the plot that even now threatens your home. The plot! Ironman, Artic, I've got to tell you what I heard outside the meeting room. Very important. I can't hear anything. Shh, I can hear them. Good news, brothers. Our tunnel from the watermill cellar has reached the cave goblin tunnels, and the last shipment of machinery is on its way from Counterpart. We have to deal with the dwarves. They may not exactly be monsters, but they're still not human. If it wasn't for the king's tolerance of monsters, we humans would have a better industry than the dwarves. Well said, brother. I'll need to take some of the low-level members to help unload the machinery at the Lumbridge watermill. By all means, it's about time that lot made themselves useful. Soon the mighty river Lum will wash away those evil goblins forever. Sirdholm will surely bless us for destroying those abominations. Death to the Dorgashan. And that's not the thing. So that's their plan. That's not good. Zanuck. Let's go, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. We've got to get to the Lumbridge watermill so we can foil Sigmund's plan. Alright. What did Sigmund do to you? It was horrible, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. They didn't just kill me quickly. They were enjoying themselves. The light was so bright I couldn't see, but I could hear them laughing. Let's get them, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I need to save my city, and I want to get my revenge. Totally fair. What was it like being dead? It wasn't like anything. One moment, Sigmund and his thugs were, you know, and then suddenly I was down in a cave, and you were here. There was nothing in between. We Dorgashan don't believe in an afterlife. At least if there is one, we don't claim to know about it. And if anything happened to me while I was dead, then I don't remember it. And now my life's a mystery too. What was that destiny Juna talked about? But there's no time for that now. Let's get to the watermill. Let's go. To the watermill. Perhaps we could teleport to Lumbridge. But either way. It's over further up towards the farm on the way to Varrock. We're just going to run on over there. Should probably go through the cave. That would help. Here is the watermill. It is spinning correctly these days. Good to see. And we got a dwarf here and ham members moving crates and stuff. And there. These crates are heavy. I could do with some help. That's what you're here for. He's one of the lowly members they had brought over here to deliver the crates. And the dwarf here. Oh, it's another one of you funny people. Okay, grab one of the crates and take it downstairs. I told your boss how to put the parts together. What's in the crates? Didn't your boss tell you? It's the digging machine. Very special. Digs straight up. Can work without supervision when it's turned on. Where's Sigmund? What? Your boss? He's downstairs waiting for you slackers to carry the rest of the crates down, so get a move on. Why are you helping the ham people? Is that what you people call yourselves? Well, it's certainly not out of the goodness of my heart. Your boss paid good money for this machine, plus my fee for transporting it all this way. So get to the work and get it downstairs. Okay. So he doesn't really seem to know what's happening here. Zanuck. Yeah, there. We're not too late. They're still assembling the machine. We gotta find some way to get down there and stop them. But how can we get down there? I don't know. There must be something around here we can use. Like this crate. It's empty. Unlike the ones with all the parts in. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic? I don't know. What are you thinking? I could hide in one of those crates, and then you could carry me downstairs, as if you were carrying some of the machinery. Good idea. Zanuck in a box. Closes the lid. You pick up the crate with Zanuck in it. Look at us go. We can run. Oh, where's it going? Down the trapdoor with our box. It worked. Now I just have to deal with Sigmund. And we're going to deal with him in our gear here. Might not have even needed the ham ropes for that, but just for sneaking in, probably worth it. Sigmund! How's it going? We waltz in. Hardcore onto Ironman, Artic. You and your goblin friends have interfered for the last time. Guards, kill them! I won't let you destroy my home, Sigmund. Ceredoman, protect me from melee. Murder the guard. Murder the other guard. Murder the third guard. Alright, Sigmund. You're protected from melee, but Jagex got range. Ceredoman, protect me from this foul goblin. With protect from range there. And then we just swipe in. Curse you, hardcore alternate Ironman Artic, and your goblin friend. You win this time, but we will meet again. What happened? He vanished. He must have had a ring of life. Looks like he got away from us this time, Zanuck. The important thing is we stopped him. Now smash that machine and get back to Dorgish Khan. Smash the drilling machine with our halberd. Very effective. Exploded everywhere. My goodness. Now let's get back to Dorgish Khan and tell them what happened. We can go along the tunnel Sigmund has dug. Very good. So if they drill right up here, it gets to the river, and then this whole thing floods all the way down to the Cave Goblin tunnels here. My goodness. Go through this passage here. Unblock the tunnel. I'll show you the way to the city. Wait until we tell Mistag about what happened. Unlocked. Our Ultimate Ironman, Artic and Zanuck returned victorious to the Dorgishan mines. Welcome back, Zanuck. What have you to report? The city is safe. The Ham group was plotting against us, but we stopped them. You stopped them this time, but the surface still poses a danger. The council has been debating how much contact we should have with it, and wants you to make a recommendation. The surface is a strange and wonderful place. We should embrace it, not shut ourselves off. And not all surface dwellers are bad. Without hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, the city would have been destroyed for sure. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, we are in your debt once again. The council has voted that, if Zanuck's recommendation was positive, humans from Lumbridge should be allowed into the city. You may now enter Dorgish Khan. This is brilliant. I'm sure you won't regret this. Come find me in the city if you ever want to chat, hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I'm going to go and think about what Juna said about my destiny. I don't know what it will involve, but I have a feeling we'll adventure again. We'll adventure together again. Quest completed. 1 quest point. 2,000 combat XP lamp, which originally was not a lamp like a lot of quests. It was only XP, and specifically range XP, so that's the one we need to choose. Also 2,000 thieving XP, access to the Ham storerooms, and Dorgish Khan. But not actually, because Dorgish Khan is actually later. Eventually we'll be able to have access to Dorgish Khan. Only requirement is going to be this quest, but it doesn't exist yet. That's alright. Thieving XP lamp, there you go, 2,000 XP. And the range XP, 2,000 XP. Not bad. So we don't get access to the entire Cave Goblin City. We do get access to the Ham storeroom, where we dealt with all those guards. And that is an interesting spot. Let's head over to that. But first, we've got a new shop here, selling bone weaponry. Most interestingly, the bone dagger and Dorgishan crossbow. They've got special attacks, all sorts of cool stuff for hitting behind your enemies or lower in defense. Not super impressive. Dorgishan crossbow, for a very long time, was a very solid range training weapon, because you can get bone bolts for very cheap, but with only 300 would not last too long. World hopping really helped with that too. And it's now only like level 28 weapon, so not very good, unfortunately. Lots of these, especially with ranged, low-level training methods that scaled with your range level pretty effectively. No longer really the case with Evolution of Combat. So we're not going to be getting one of those. That's okay. Now to the storerooms. The Ham storerooms. With guards, which we can pickpocket. The goal here is to get the keys that they can not drop, just get. No harsh with thieves around here. No, you don't. Grab the extra bits. Iron keys, silver keys, bronze keys, and steel keys. Open the various chests in here. We can pick the locks. Have a great time. Hey, get away from that door. No. Pick the lock. Can also bring a lockpick. Also helps. Because just squeeze through the crack for this one. So you get the keys, then you open the chests for various rewards. They haven't had some coins in it. That's okay. Silver key. Look here. Also gonna try to get the guards to stop patrolling. Or even kill them. Open the chest for various jewelry. Everything from gold bits all the way up to diamond bits. Of various rarities, of course. You click on this door here. My goodness. So, what you can do here is pickpocket the guards, get a bunch of keys, open the doors, collect the jewelry, and then either bring them to sell somewhere else or alch them. Yeah, really need to get the guards to stop their patrols here. Would be an effective way to get this working better. Get away from that door. They don't try to stop us though, which is hilarious. That does make this a little extra awkward here. Open another chest. That's not the right one. It's an iron key. Other door. And they're also locked from the inside, which is pretty wild. It's definitely something. I'm gonna talk to the guard here. Should get back upstairs. We talk to them, and they keep walking again. Seems like they have made these guards slightly more effective at their job. Oh, they do attack. They're dead, though. These guards are slightly more effective at their jobs these days, which does make this whole thing a little more awkward than it would have been. Lots of times you also just get coins, so not the craziest money or anything. We'll sell these to a jewelry store or general store or whatever. Nothing too crazy. With the addition of the guards actually patrolling correctly, does make this a little more awkward than it's worth. Now, probably won't be using this for money making. Also, the inventory space and having the ham robes is required and helpful. Definitely makes this not as simple and easy. Having more inventory for getting more keys at a time before having to go to the doors helps a lot. But that's alright. Here's a sapphire necklace. We can make a games necklace if we wanted to. That's okay. That's something at least. If we really wanted to get an amulet of power at this point, we could do this until we got a diamond amulet from here. But we're kind of past that. Well, that's okay. Very interesting. More very interesting stuff. Very important stuff. Next time. Goodbye.